Anyway, we turn now to just a few of our contest entries. They're still pouring in. I want to remind people you need to follow the rules. We've had to reject a few of the entries. They're going to revise them and resubmit them, so all is not lost. But we also need your submissions to all come in by April 30th. And we're going to see more and more heated competition here. But we've got some great clips we're going to show you on the break. Not the whole entries because we have those up on the articles. If we could pull up again, I'll tell people where they can read these articles. Infowars contest, massive explosion of Patriot reporters. That's one of the pages linking a lot of them. There's also the reporter contest page where they have the previous entries, and we have separately the reporter contest page that has the rules, the guidelines, and the suggestions from Alex and more. A lot of great entries coming in. Of course, a lot of it's male-dominated, and this contest specifically, we're looking for a female reporter as well. We've had a few come in. I think we're going to see at least one female entry in the break. But, ladies, we want to hear from you. We want to hear ladies fighting against tyranny. I know you're out there. So let's get those submissions in. And don't forget, we're trying to reach out to new content, to new reporters, find new talent to grow this broadcast and to grow the overall Infowars mission. But we do rely on your support. Most of that's getting the word out, being morally behind us all banding together in the name of truth in an age of universal deceit. But part of it is funding. Part of it is supporting prisonplanet.tv. You can become a subscriber, support the Infowars Nightly News that way. You can also use that as a tool to share it with your friends, your families, perfect strangers, whomever. So there's a lot of synergy that we can achieve here through things like this contest and through generally getting the word out. So I hope you'll think about that and stay tuned on this break. We have a lot of interesting stuff, very informative. It's going to be a longer than usual break, though. And we'll be back with Sheriff Richard Mack, and we'll be back again tomorrow and next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron Dykes.
Hi folks, Dan Bedandia, Truth Radio here. We're standing here in Providence, Rhode Island, on South Main Street. It's March 17th of 2012, and what you just witnessed is a Korean War memorial, honor to the veterans that served our country. Now, however, within those arraignments of flags, you've seen a United Nations flag, and standing behind me is about a 20-foot-tall statue of all guns. And this is called United Nations propaganda, folks. The UN is openly calling to dissolve our Second Amendment of the Constitution. And how contrary to the war memorial, those men who fought and died for our country, and they hang a disgusting trash bag called the United Nations flag up there. This here symbolizes everything against what our Constitution stands for. This here is a call to disarmament of the American people, folks. And it's the Second Amendment of the Constitution, a well-regulated militia being necessary to keep the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, you know what, folks? It's being infringed here and now in Providence, Rhode Island, one of many cities here in the United States.
Hello, Alan Moore reporting for Infowars.com. I have a breaking story on this March 31st, 2012. Friday edition of USA Today has a mugshot of John Joe Gray on the front of it, and it says that if y'all come to get me, bring body bags. Texas standoff is emblematic of nation's growing anti-government sovereign movement. The article goes into how he was arrested, then released on bond, then he run off into this 50-acre ranch that he has with a bunch of people, and he's been held up there for 10 years. The police are afraid to go get him because they're worried about some type of bloodbath or another Waco type of incident. When you start looking at this article and really getting into it, you can see that this is the card that they like to play. This is the card that they are dealing out right now to start demonizing the Liberty Movement and the Patriot Movement. It's time for that card because the fire of liberty is burning in the hearts and minds of the American people, and they are waking up, and they see through the lies and disinformation. They invoke images in here of Timothy McVeigh in Oklahoma City, and you know, don't even get me started on Timothy McVeigh in Oklahoma City, because I only have a limited amount of time, and I'll start talking about how they have eyewitnesses of people planting explosives in the sub-parking structure down there, putting putty on the walls with wires. I'll start talking about how Terrence Yankee was murdered after exposing all this information, and it was ruled a suicide. Or I'll start talking about how Timothy McVeigh was a noted and proven government informant and asset, and was used to set up this false flag movement to demonize the Liberty Movement. I'll start talking about that. And they want to talk about Waco. And they had the nerve in this obvious hit piece to call Waco a botched raid. A botched raid. A botched raid where they set fires to the building, come in with tanks, with special forces, Delta Force, behind the tanks, spouting out over an intercom, please come out and surrender with your hands up. People come walking out because they don't want to get burned, and they were shooting them as they walked out. They had the nerve to call that a botched raid.
I just finished watching a video that Alex Jones posted on YouTube earlier this morning. And the video is entitled, Obama to Push Gun Ban in Name of Trayvon. In the video, Alex talks about how the White House is basically exploiting the death of this young man in order to push their gun control agenda. Biden has cited the Trayvon shooting as yet another reason to pass more stringent gun laws and regulations. The NRA has reported that in a second term, Obama would push for a ban on all semi-automatic weapons. But it's got to make you wonder now, with the whole Trayvon thing being a hot topic in the news the last week or so, will Obama push for such a ban even sooner than a possible re-election? Well, let's hope not. Alex did say in his video, though, from this morning, that we may be able to back them off if we just expose this issue.
There are some differences of opinion as to how many signatures there actually were. The headline reads, the FDA finally responds to GMO labeling campaign but differs on number of supporters. Sue McGovern of Just Label It stated that when they send the information to the FDA, they have been asked to send it as a PDF file and say that that PDF file has 10,000 signatures on it. The FDA counts it in their docket as 1. So the FDA's official number is 394. And of course, due to legal obligations, they had to respond to the petition after a certain amount of time, and their response was, we'll get back to you. So once again, folks, it is a slap in the face of the political system disrespecting us and showing us that the globalists are in control.
Most of us have fond memories of time spent at our grandparents' houses and even the homes that we grew up in. Yet most of us end up finding ourselves here at the apartment complex. The average American does see the diminishing middle class, but when you ask them why, that's where they get quiet.
Do you feel that the American standard of living has diminished?
Presidential candidate Ron Paul has rightfully gained much positive recognition due to his anti-war sentiment, push to end the Federal Reserve, resistance to Israeli influence, and overall pro-Constitution stance. People tell me all the time, if only the mainstream media wasn't corrupt and full of brainwashing, there's no doubt that Dr. Ron Paul would be our next president. While there is an element of truth to this statement, it would be naive to assume that any elected president has the ability to change the system in its current form. The influence of the globalist agenda is so deeply embedded in our society that it stretches far beyond the political sphere alone. Media, science, healthcare, and even our education system is engineered and run by the same people who elect presidents and make sure that these presidents abide by their imperialist agenda at all costs. Every election cycle they sell us false hopes and the idea that by voting in the very same system designed to suppress us, we somehow have a voice and the ability to control our own destiny. This, of course, is far from the truth, and it is in no way in our interest to have the globalists selling us the idea of change we can believe in.
Yes, we can.
Obama's healthcare plan will include coverage of all essential medical services.
Yes, we can.
We've been lied to so many times that we don't need change we can believe in, but change we can see right in front of our eyes.
I'm announcing our biggest contest ever. And we're looking for people who love freedom and who want to be all in the resistance to tyrants. So you say you want to fight the New World Order. Why, if you were on the radio, if you were Alex Jones, you'd really kick some globalist ass. Well, here's your chance. We're hiring not 1, but 2 new reporters. whose reports are going to be on the radio, whose reports are going to be on the nightly news, who will even anchor the show. If you're ready, here's your chance to step into my shoes, and I hope you surpass what I've done. 2 winners, $10,000 in prizes, and a shot to be a reporter inside the Infowars.com command center. We're looking to hire 1 male reporter and 1 female reporter. And when you win $5,000. Your video gets seen by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on YouTube, and you get put into the very front of the running to be hired as a reporter/anchor right here in our operation. Do you have what it takes to be the next Info Warrior? The rules are posted below me here and at Infowars.com. This is a big deal. You know, the globalists are expanding their global empire, but at the same time, the people are waking up all over the world. We've expanded our operations in the last year. We've added the nightly news 5 nights a week. We're making more special reports. We're reaching 15 million people every week. In a year, I want that to be 30 million. This is your chance to join the team. I want to see what you can do. But a big hint is this. Can your news piece make the news? Does it get people's attention? Does it educate people? Does it open minds? That's more important than being beautiful or speaking with perfect eloquence as an orator. All of that is important. But we're looking for people that have that magic spark, that fire of liberty in their heart, because I want you to join our team. I want to give you a launch pad so you can really take off and engage the globalist. And if this works, we'll have contests all the time, and we'll continue to build this operation. I'm involved in a talent search, looking for people who have the fires of liberty burning in their hearts and their minds. You've got until April 30th to complete your news report, and then we'll announce the winners 1 week later. Are you going to join the Info War? Do you have what it takes? It's up to you. All serious entries will be posted on Infowars.com. So everybody wins. You're getting the message of liberty out, and that's what really matters. But in the final equation, it's not about showing Alex Jones what you got. It's about showing the world and the globalist that no army can stop an idea whose time has come. Join me in the Info War. So you say you want to fight the Info War. You say you want to go head up against the New World Order. You can do a better job than Alex Jones? I know you can. And here's your chance to prove your mettle. Really enjoy it when the globalists try to poison us, and well, we resist them via a free market system. Hello, my fellow Info Warriors. Alex Jones here, introducing you to the ProPure family of gravity-fed filters. Now, you know that the globalists are filling our water with radioactive isotopes, fluoride, lead, mercury, arsenic. And one of the few systems that can efficiently and economically remove or reduce down to non-detectable levels these poisons are gravity-fed filters. And ProPure is the top of the line. Their filters are impregnated with silver, a natural antibiotic. On top of that, they're bigger, so they filter faster. You don't have to prime these the first time you use them. It's amazing. Go to Infowars.com and click on the shopping cart link to see the entire family of these babies. Now, the fluoride they add to our water is so tiny that most filters can't cut it out. But ProPure has their system that will, again, reduce it to non-detectable levels, almost get all of it out of there. That's also available. And if you look at the different systems they offer, the Pro Pure Big Brush Finish is on a stand, so it's easier on a table or at your restaurant or wherever you have it to go up with a glass or a mug and fill it up. Then there's this big baby right here, the Pro Pure King large version. Got a lot of different options that come with it. Also, they have the Pro Pure Big, probably one of the best values out there. And of course, it's burnished stainless steel. And then what I use on my RV, something that's great for your hunting cabin or the back porch, is the Pro Pure Traveler. Small and portable, but packs a huge punch, cleans out all that garbage. They also have a glass sight spigot, so you don't have to take the top off and look in the bottom area to see how much water. You can see how fast it's filtering with this optional system. The globalists obviously are hitting us through our water. It's time to take control of our lives. It's time to not give our children and families these poisons, and these systems cut it down to non-detectable levels across the board. Pro Pure is the name. I only promote what I believe in. And I use Pro Pure in my home and my office. And I recommend that you check out the information on Pro Pure at Infowars.com. We already have the lowest price at Infowars.com on the Pro Pure gravity filter system. But when you add in the 10% off when InfoWarriors use the product code WATER at Infowars.com, nobody can top it. So again, it's a win-win-win. Stop drinking the poison water. Checkmate the globalists when it comes to your health, and support Infowars.com and the work we're doing here. You know, many revolutionaries rob banks and things and kidnap people for funds. We promote in the free market the products we use that are about preparedness. That's how we fund this revolution against the New World Order in our move to restore our constitutional republic and a spirit of 1776 worldwide. Check it out at Infowars.com. Pro Pure, top of the line, #1, most powerful and effective and economical gravity-fed water system in the world. Pro Pure, available, discounted at Infowars.com. Don't forget product code WATER to save 10%. It's the latest generation, years in development. Pro Pure is the name.
Heated competition here, but we've got some great clips we're going to show you on the break. Not the whole entries because we have those up on the articles. If we could pull up again, I'll tell people where they can read these articles. Infowars contest, massive explosion of Patriot reporters. That's one of the pages linking a lot of them. There's also the reporter contest page where they have the previous entries, and we have separately the reporter contest page that has the rules, the guidelines, and the suggestions from Alex and more. A lot of great entries coming in. Of course, a lot of it's male-dominated, and this contest specifically, we're looking for a female reporter as well. We've had a few come in. I think we're going to see at least one female entry in the break. But ladies, we want to hear from you. We want to hear ladies fighting against tyranny. I know you're out there. So let's get those submissions in. And don't forget, we're trying to reach out to new content, to new reporters, find new talent to grow this broadcast and to grow the overall Infowars mission. But we do rely on your support. Most of that's getting the word out, being morally behind us all banding together in the name of truth in an age of universal deceit. But part of it is funding. Part of it is supporting prisonplanet.tv. You can become a subscriber, support the Infowars Nightly News that way. You can also use that as a tool to share it with your friends, your families, perfect strangers, whomever. Anyway, we turn now to just a few of our contest entries. They're still pouring in. I want to remind people, you need to follow the rules. We've had to reject a few of the entries. They're going to revise them and resubmit them, so all is not lost. But we also need your submissions to all come in by April 30th, and we're going to see more and more